My traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies. The dawn is breaking on the stage that holds our final destiny. And so my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, don't dream it, be it. Because the show must go on. And on today's episode, do you read Sutter Kane? If not, let me tell you all about it. So, first of all, before I even get to this like energy that's out here, because the energy even has me like, and it's not totally bad, it's just like I can't stand like this type of like message. But also like this is just like the type of day where it's like, you know, the day before where you're just like, oh, I'm going to get this and this and this and this done tomorrow. Like that's my to-do list, and I know like I'm gonna be like the energy's gonna be good and whatever. And then you get up, like I can't even explain to you how funky, and this is me, this is not y'all, my energy, not yours, how funky this day feels. And I mean like in the material world and just like inside as well. And it's nothing like super bad. I'm just like up and I'm just like, it is nasty. It is overcast. It is humid. I like just feel gross. And so I'm just like, there are things that I want to do and I'm just like, let's just go ahead and see. And one of them I already kind of did, okay? But it's just like, let's just go ahead and see like how the day unfolds, because this is not it. It feels like disgusting. Like if there was a way to take like spick and span like to a day, like to the weather, like if I could like fabuloso like the freaking like environment, I would. Because there's just something about like the texture. Oh, it's so like, it's so gross. It's like being in an old wet gym sock, I swear to you. Though it smells very good. It just smells very good in here. But still, it's just like, it's just, ew, it's like so foul, and it just makes you like not want to do any, it makes you feel like a worm. Like right now, this day, I feel like, oh, would you still love me if do you still love me, collective? I'm a worm today. But it's so true. I just feel like this little worm, just like all slimy and gross, nasty. Okay, so now onto the energy that's on the board. So this is from, we have like the actual like angel answers deck like out and about today, and the under the deck energy, what I have here, okay, is improving health, not the right time, meditation brings answers, and success. So here's the thing, we have something positive incoming for y'all that likely y'all have been like creating and manifesting, right? The reason why it's not here right now is there is actually something seriously going on with your health, physical, mental health. And so like you're going to town on that, like you're improving your own like life experience right now. And so while you're doing that, it's sort of like, it's not the right time. Like you can't feed energy into like two things at once. And so if you know you're taking some time to like recover from something, or work your way up out of like a depression or like serious anxiety, like if you've had like any sort of like serious attacks lately of anything, like that's kind of what, like you need a little quiet space. You don't need anything really exciting going on in the material environment for this. So there's that. This could also be, if it's not something literally about health, it is about like the conditions for which this like positive thing would come in. So it's just like, you are on track for creating that thing, but like there are still some like energetic conditions that like need to play out. So it's not the right time for the manifestation. The meditation brings answers is just sort of like, this is kind of all one energy to me. The improving health, not the right time, and meditation brings answers, as it's like, we're in a down, like there's a downtime going on for some reason. And it's likely something like I've talked about, though, if we get like drastically different details, like I'll tell you, obviously. But it's like, it doesn't matter, because we have like the success is in the energy. It's just something about like the chain of events or the energetic tie from here to there that is currently being worked out at the moment. So that's the I'm leaving success at the top. And so now what's on the board that's like super irritating to me? So we have like abundance, right? Awesome. Yes, abundance yes. So it's just like, oh, fantastic. I love abundance, yes. No. I hate when this deck does, they'll give you like the yes, no. I can't stand that, but it's mirroring that success card. Like, yes, we have this stuff here. It is here. It is in the energy. However, it's sort of like not just wait a second. We're waiting a second for some reason. So I'm going to go ahead and look at that to make sure it's sort of like everybody's on track, or is there something that's like external going on, or is it something in your energy? Ugh, so foul. I can't today. I really can't. Just a grouchy ass. All right, what's under this deck? See, we got something incoming. Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, but there's something going on with you. There's something going on with you, like a Nine of Swords death. That is striking me as potentially like an actual illness or a mental health thing. That it's sort of like, yes, we have this thing coming in the energy, but like this is what we're working on right now. So we can't hit you with a girl. We can't hit you, non-gendered girl. We can't hit you with Four of Wands, the Sun yet, girl, because like there's something we're working out in the energy. 10 of Wands, Temperance, 5 of Coins. We got to work on that before we bring you to King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Okay, so it's not like, this is like a delay for your like health purposes, most likely. Or to make sure the conditions are like the best for whatever it is that's going on. All right, what's under this abundance? It's something that you've been growing. So you would know about this, like Strength, 7 of Pentacles. So that's different for everybody. You have in some way been consistently growing your own abundance. So there you go. What is this? Yes. Yeah, it's like, I swear to you, this has got to be something about physical health and healing. That's physical health, and I mean, mental health is physical health, but I am kind of make the distinction, because if it is something like, depression, or you've had like you got through an episode of some sort of psychosis, if you have like bipolar depression with psychotic features or anything like that, if you've just been through a major episode of anything, it's like you don't need to be even anything positive coming in. Like, you need a little rest, okay? So and then if this is something like, when I'm making that distinction with physical, like that could very well, like a more physical thing to me is like the vid, a cold, some sort of, like if you've had a major attack of a chronic physical illness, like a flare-up with your autoimmune stuff or anything like that, or even if this was like strictly like bodily, like you got into some sort of accident, you broke something. I am not feeling cancer off of this, but like, if this is chemo, if you had a major surgery, something like that, it's sort of like you, like the yes is on like, we are focused on your like optimal recovery right now, however that's looking for you. So there it is, the 2 of Cups. It's the no on whatever the thing is. It's like a no. And the thing is, if this is another person, it's possible that if another person is somehow tied to like bringing, like, you might not know that, right? But if another person is tied to helping you bring about whatever you're looking to bring about, or if in fact you're looking, if this is talking about a relationship, like a really wonderful relationship, and you're like, I'm not sick, or like whatever, it could be that the other person is dealing with this. The other person is sick, and that's why they can't come to you right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going. Let's get some more details on our abundance. Strength, yeah, this is actually, I don't need. Queen of Wands, that's you doing whatever it is that you're doing. We don't need it, it's you're working on that. So what about this? Yes, the Star, and the 10 of Swords. 8 of Wands, and see, the thing is, it's like a positive trajectory with whatever that is, with whatever that recovery is from. Can we get more information on this 10 of Swords? It's like this has gotta be, here's the thing. It's probably something physical. It's something going on with, it's giving me health status. Like, I'm ill, I'm recovering, but the moon is sort of, that could also, that's so like rude, but like when the moon comes out, it does kind of give like lunatic, and I know that's a rude way of putting it, but if you have been dealing with, you know, psychosis or whatever, it could be referring to that. But what this is also saying is that because you would all be dealing with different things, this Ten of Swords could very well be lots of different things. I'm not going to get too many specifics, but it very much seems like this is some sort of physical recovery that you would be going. And maybe that's why I feel so funky. Maybe we're just, the collective that I'm speaking to today is just having an I'm not feeling well time. Like, it's just not, it's not the vibe right now, okay? The vibe right now is we don't feel well and we're grouchy. And that's just all there is to it. So, like, is this the collective that is dealing with this, or is this another person? It might be like, because this is recovery as well, like that judgment, like getting, like, being called back to life. It might be both with that Six of Pentacles. I don't know. What's that Six of Pentacles? I think it's just the collective. It is just the collective that is dealing with this. This is not another person. But I got death again. And maybe you are going through a grieving process. If you have lost someone, which I am very sorry, if you have lost someone, it could be that you're dealing with major grief right now, and you frankly need to rely on other people. Like, this is like, the Six of Coins is, as I am coming back to life, as I am recovering, I am more reliant on others right now. I can't, like, I am not in a way where I can, like, produce. Okay, so, and I mean, so if you're at all frustrated by that, I understand it, but it's just like, that's like capitalist programming. Like, you've got to recover. But so, like, we are transitioning out of this death, like transformation, recovery, illness, perhaps a grieving process, whatever it is, back into health. Like, when I'm saying health, you know, that's a spectrum as well. So whatever management, day-to-day optimum for you looks like, right? Depending on what you're dealing with. So that's like, so even though I know that's not like super mega happy thing, it's still positive. Like, it's, you're going through it right now, but it's like, it's trending, like you're gonna recover and it's gonna be fine. So what is this? Two of Cups under no, I'm pulled too soon, sorry. It's just, if this is not another person, is this another person? No, not because I like how this come in. No, not two. Not two. Two of Pentacles, two material things. No, not two people. So this is just you. This Two of Cups is you, like, coming into union with yourself. Like, right now, with whatever you're dealing with, you're not feeling well for whatever reason. You are not united with yourself. And so we need to get reunited with ourselves. And, like, look, this is like, this is for a good mood, right? We need to be, obviously, watching what we're consuming. If you are on some type of medication schedule, you need to stay with that medication schedule. You need to be getting your rest. You need to be not going out and, like, partying and trying to force yourself to do all these extraneous things. Like, this is time for y'all. This is quiet time. And that's also like, to me, it's sort of like no company. Like, this is just this is kind of a solitude recovery time. And I don't mean like completely, like, obviously if you live with people or if you're in the hospital, like if someone's tending to you, that's one thing. But I mean, like, don't try to, like, before you're fully okay, force yourself into doing things, force yourself into social commitments, force yourself into taking on, like, more work. If you're, like, at a corporate 9-to-5 or something like that, if you are able to do that, if you are able to take your time off, take your freaking time off, okay? And I know that's also different for everybody depending on the number of jobs and the type of jobs that you have. So this is just telling me, it's like, don't. it's just not the time for happiness right now. Oh my Lord. So I know I've been giving advice, but can we get something in the cards? What is this the time for? It's kind of like my year of rest and relaxation, though not like that, okay? I actually did not like that book, but it's time for you to take care of you. And seriously, like, if there's stuff going on, like, especially if it's a side hustle, if these are creative projects and things like that, I know a lot of people are like really trying to get that off the ground because they would much rather be doing the thing that they're passionate about rather than like the 9-to-5 work or the job that you have to do to survive. I get it. But like, what this is indicating to me is that you, like, for who I'm talking to, you do have the option of making room to take care of yourself in some way. I am probably not talking to a lot of people who, like, they would have to go to work when they are sick. Like, you could probably, like, if you don't have like time off or you're out of sick days, like, probably you could be hybrid or work from home. But I don't know that I'm talking to people that despite major illness would have to go and like do the like, I don't know what it's called. It's like stock at Walmart or whatever, or it's like going to the fast food job, going to retail, going to the customer service stuff. I don't know that I'm talking to that part of the collective, but it's indicating that there is room here. So if the collective like has to be mobile, has to do things for whatever reason, what is the best advice for that? The best advice for, oh dear. The best advice for that, if you like have to go in somewhere, okay, it's sort of like pick your, like, do not get involved with this stuff at work. It's sort of like, just like, try your best. Like, if you have to show up, right, try your best, like, not to be involved with whatever this is. This is kind of like, let somebody else do that, and you just like take like a lighter load. It's sort of like you need to it's like picking and choosing your battles at the moment. It's like, watch that. If it looks like 5 of Wands activity, just, I'm walking the other way, like in some way, right? So it's like minimize the amount of conflict and stress that you are dealing with at work if in fact you have to go to work. Okay, so what is the most constructive thing that the collective is taking away from this message? Because I think we're going to keep this one super short. I don't see anything that I need to delve into. It's just kind of, it is what it is. If this is y'all, you're going to know if it's you. Because I'm not even digging into the positive things in the future. It's there. But even digging into it, like, gets you out of the present moment, because you're thinking to yourself, like, oh, like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this. Just like, yeah, chill. Yeah, it's essentially, it's going to be there for you. Yes, it's like exactly like, stop doing things. Like, don't go. So even my own, like this is probably tied into this read. Stop taking action on whatever it is that you're doing. It's sort of like, it's whatever this momentum is, whatever this positive thing is, it is going to be here for you. But this is like, it's like you need to stop, like, and just like focus on your own recovery right now. What is this Knight of Swords? The Lovers, it's like, you know, we already saw that Two of Cups is just sort of like, it's, I don't know, like the Lovers thing, like that's a positive, like incoming thing, but I don't know that, like, High Priestess is kind of like, it's almost like the energy is checking me. Like, you don't delve into the positive thing. Like, like it's there. We're showing you that it's there, but it's just sort of like, like it's gonna come, but we're not talking about it right now, because the High Priestess is also like, sometimes gives me like a nurse. a caregiving nurse. Yeah, and the Page of Cups, like, I'm not delving into it. It's sort of like, this is all a representation of the positive thing, whatever the success is, whatever the abundance is, whatever that is, and you would know because you have been creating it. Yes, it's there, but you need to take care of this right now. So we're going to go into final advice, outcome, closing with the Son and the Father. As always, before I do, if you have benefited from the channel, and you are in the way to give back, even in very small ways financially, I have a link down below for House of Tulip. House of Tulip is a local nonprofit created and run by trans and gender nonconforming people of color. House of Tulip's mission is to support houseless trans and gender nonconforming youth, getting them homes, toiletries, clothes, job options, shelter, all of that stuff to bring them from surviving into thriving within loving and supportive community. So let's go ahead and get our final results outcome. Guess it's just not the day today, y'all. That's all right. Yeah, you can't force this, whatever it is. It's like the Wheel of Fortune, we're not turning right now. It's not turning right now, we got stuff. We got stuff we need to take care of first, so it's just like, don't try to force the Tao, right? Don't try to force the Tao. It's sort of like, this Seven of Wands is like recovery first, because it's clarified by the Fool. What we are dealing with now, the most important thing is recovery with the Fool, and then comes like the collaboration or whatever that is. Yeah, you got to recover yourself. So let's go ahead and get Jesus on it. All right, Jesus says, the kingdom of God is within you. So it's sort of like if you're worried about having to take a break or whatever, it's like all of this abundance, all of these wonderful things are within you, and you can manifest them at any time. It's like, I get aggravated when we're saying like circumstances never matter or anything like that, but what I'm saying is time never really passes you by when it comes to creating the life of your preference, okay? It's not really on a specific timeline. It's typically not a straight line. So just remember that these things are within you, in that you run things. Things don't run you, okay? Jesus also says, your faith has saved you, go in peace. And this is sort of just like, you're gonna recover from this. It's just like, have faith that you will, that you are gonna feel better. If you've been having some sort of like negative ideation about that, some negative self-talk, don't worry, if you can, if you're able. Jesus also says, I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. This is like Jesus is saying downtime. This is quiet. This is like the 3-year-olds need to have a nap after recess, okay? So let's go ahead, and of course we will close with the highest authority. The highest authority, of course, being Bob, our Father who art in heaven. We close with the word of Bob that is good all the time. All right, Bob says, trees cover up a multitude of sins. It's fine. We'll just cover this up with some trees. It's good. We're all good. This is like, if you have to go into work, go hide behind the stock. Go hide somewhere. Trees cover up a multitude of sins. Don't worry about it. Bob also says, look around. Look at what we have. Beauty is everywhere. You only have to look to see it. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. So like even in this, when we're not like hustling, chasing our dreams, like even when you are having like a resting period, that period can in fact still be a time of beauty. It depends on how you're looking at it. Downtime and rest time is a very, very beautiful thing. Are there some quiet things that you can do right now just for you? Or is it in fact, do we need to just go to sleep? Sleep and rest is a wonderful thing. Bob finally says, we don't make mistakes. We just have happy accidents. Whatever is going on right now, it's not wrecking anything. It's not a mistake. It is just part of the process of what? The greatest show on earth. It is just part of the process of real life. So, my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, this is reality. And I am your GM, your game master for this, the game of life. I am also, of course, the greatest magician of the age, and perhaps the greatest magician of all time. And together, you and I will perform the greatest magic trick of all time. We will reverse the polarities of the world, make America great for once, fly this boat to the moon somehow, shift our world onto the mega happy timeline, perhaps leaving it a much better place than it ever has been before, because we are my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, crawling on the planet's face, some insects called the human race, lost in time and lost in space. End meaning.